What are we doing? Here we go. There's a mark in the background. Don't mind me, I'm putting around a few minutes early, just getting some stuff ready for some pizza, 'cause that's dinner. Um, but yeah, we'll be starting a real stream in a little bit, but I've talked about this pizza dough before and thought it might be interesting to show off, even if it doesn't really make sense to do in a normal stream. We are live, Robo. I'm getting some stuff together for pizza because Mark probably doesn't want to eat fried rice, even though it doesn't have. God, this is such a dull knife. I'm like sawing at this line and it's not going through. My goodness. Um, yeah, Mark doesn't want fried rice, but I am fine having leftover pizzas, so we're gonna go with it. I also need a beverage. Goodness, Mark is very loud back here. He is playing Rocket League poorly if you hear him swearing in the background. My standard drink. Got some water over here. Forgot to turn off my extra emotes, the ones that don't make, or channel point redemptions, the ones that don't make sense in the kitchen. Hopefully Tail will be nice and not try to make me do big squats, because those are not, they don't really fit in here. You know what? I'm not going to have two of these. Let's just do the whole lime. Here we go. Okay. Beverage is made. It's not like a video game command where you do it and it happens. I mean, don't most streamers reserve the right to like not do a thing sometimes? Call it a troll. Hi Keylocks. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you are here to harass me. You can't just harass Mash all the time. Starting a little early because we are making some lovely Detroit style pizza, which is a risen many hours sourdough. It smells so lovely. 1 a.m. in the UK. Awesome. Stay as long as you like, but do not stay up crazy late if you have things to do in the morning. I'm just over here prepping some toppings for this pizza that we're going to have for dinner, and then I'll get on to the main event stream. And of course, I didn't put Streamlabs in the right place, and now my hands are oniony, so I don't want to use my mouse a bunch. Whatever. I need to sharpen this knife. I don't want to sharpen a knife on camera because you'll just see how bad I am at sharpening knives. I don't know if Keelox streams, but we've been getting to know Keelox and his buddy Mash, who is a streamer in Norway. They're much fun people to watch. But yeah, completely opposite schedule from me. You know, I'll just do it. I can't look all the way over to the secondary screen for seeing the chat. There we go. I am on the west coast of the U.S., so it is just about 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. So, dinner time. Good time for dinner. Do not do as I do. Do not hold a knife in midair and try to slice through some peppers while holding them in your hands. Let's be safe with our... Even when they're not sharp tools, they're more dangerous when they're not sharp, actually. Because you're more likely to slip off of what you're doing and hurt yourself. Here we go. Who did I miss? I missed Vinny. Hi, Vinny. How's Rocket League going? Oop. Make sure you curl in your fingers so if you run into your knuckles, you're not going to slice your fingers because you run the knife into the back of your knuckles. Oh, didn't slice one. It's alright. We're making just slicing up toppings for Detroit style pizza here before we get into the fried rice. And this is my first time attempting this style of fried rice, at least. And as I was reading about it, I was finding out what makes this one distinct, really. And that is apparently the Indonesian style sauce, which is like a sweet soy, which I didn't find any, but it is also pretty much just cooked down, syrupy brown sugar and soy sauce. So it's a sweet soy, and that's what is going to be providing most of the flavor to our rice once we get there. But I'm going to get all these things into a little bowl so Mark can come in and make these pizzas. Just a small onion and some peppers and a jalapeno. There we go. Bowl. We need a bowl. Here we go. Thank you for saying it looks professional. I have moved everything in the kitchen off to surrounding counters, so it actually looks like I have a little bit of space. But yeah, there's a whole chaotic mess just up here next to the camera. You know, I was talking to another streamer the other day, and yeah, she agreed that was her life hack, was just keeping the mess off camera. Yeah, for sure. And since there's some new people, welcome. If you've never been here before, my name is Warren. I also go by Quake. And Thursdays are Quake's Bakes or cooking today, because I can't can't eat sugary things every week. We just finished off the cookies from last week, and I ate way too many cookies, so we are going for dinner foods today that are slightly better for us, just not full of sugar. Even though there is some sugar in the sauce, it is not so much as a whole mess of cookies. This one is also, yeah, very healthy pizza. So delicious. It's homemade. We know what's in it. It's all good ingredients. Mark, you're yelling. We can hear you. It's my husband back there in the other room yelling whenever he manages to score a goal in Rocket League. Do I have? Oh, good. Good. I have a towel. Towels are nice. There's bread right here on the counter that we made earlier today. What am I doing? I'm going to get out my cooking vessel. Get out my wok here. Of course, not a traditional wok because it's flat bottomed, but it's what we have, so we use it. A parrot. Yeah. Okay, what am I doing? I'm pulling up the recipe because this is my first time trying this. This is a stream by special request from Skyfry, a fellow LGBT streamer based in Indonesia. And so he asked me to make Nasi Goreng, which is just Indonesian style fried rice. Got my chicken here, and of course I need to move this pizza dough. Mark, you gonna come make the pizza? 2 hours. Okay. Well, I have everything prepped for him. I guess I'll put the lid back on. I guess y'all won't see the pizza yet, but there's probably a million photos of it on Instagram already. And here I was about to blast the socials, and then I went and touched chicken again, of course. Okay. I stream Cooks or Bakes on Thursdays, and then Wednesdays are my regular day for, right now it's been Arkham Mother's Embrace, and Sundays I've been doing board games with Mark and sometimes with my mom when she visits to have dinner. She usually hangs out and has a glass of wine or two and plays some board games, so it's nice to spend some time with the mom. And then I'll throw in a bonus night of video games every so often. Like, I might do a bonus one to finish the level of Mother's Embrace that I got super owned in. So, okay. I'm going to start prepping everything for my Nasi Goreng. Let's do the official welcome now that we're really starting. Sleep well. Thank you for the lurk. We appreciate you. And I think we even added a lurk command, so you can try that out. You could be the first. But yeah, this is the show. It's called It's Good Enough to Eat. My name again is Warren, and we will be making Indonesian style fried rice. And so to do that, I am going to just start prepping all of my ingredients. I'm going to thinly slice my chicken over here. I will also show you this sauce. This is what I did earlier just to get it down to a kind of a syrupy consistency. It's probably a little loose, but that'll work. But that is just my one-to-one mixture of brown sugar and soy sauce that I was talking about earlier. And that is called kicap manis, which means sweet soy sauce. It's an Indonesian sauce. If you can't find it, that's like I could not find it in the local market. So that's why I did my just cooked down syrupy brown sugar soy sauce. I should not have defrosted this all the way. It would have been easier to slice. We'll be fine. I also should have sharpened my knife. But, yep. We used to go in the pre-pandemic times to the farmer's market every few weeks. And there was one that had a knife sharpening booth. And so we'd take them there and get them professionally sharpened. It only cost a few dollars. And it really made life in the kitchen easier. So I don't know if that market is going right now, but we certainly have not been out there in a while to get that done. And my home sharpening efforts have not been as successful as the professional ones. You might have noticed I've switched to this, I don't know what material this is, something, but this is a cutting board that I can throw in the dishwasher, clean really harshly, with lots of whatever I want. So this is what I'm doing my raw chicken on, because I don't want to get raw chicken on my wooden cutting board, because the wood is porous and it will soak up that bacteria and get hard to clean, and it could cause issues with cross-contamination or salmonella or other things. Yeah, do those rapid eye movement reps. Those count. Sleeping is great. No matter how much exercise you do, you should always get a good night's rest. That is going to help you rest and recover and let your muscles grow, if that's what you're trying to do. That's going to let your body repair itself. So, yes, sleep is good. Try to get enough sleep. So that is my chicken prepped over there. Now I just need to chop up a bunch of vegetables. But while my hands are clean, let's get the last thing out of the fridge. It's the last two things. That's garnish, that's for later. This is just some rice that is, I could say it's leftover because it might have been leftover from something, but it's not, because I made it especially for this because I wasn't doing anything to eat rice recently. But this is just some rice that I made yesterday, and then I let sit in the fridge overnight. So it's had a chance to dry out. I got some of the condensation out, so it's less wet. The recipe I found calls for just white rice, but I have tons of brown rice because it's what I usually use. So that's what I'm using. It'll be a little bit different, but that'll work just fine. That is right in front of everything, of course. Stick that over here. And most any... Yay, lurks. Thank you. Thank you, Teo and Caleb, for bringing some lurks as we make our fried rice. Yes, as Emil can confirm, thank you, Robo. Fried rice is best made with day-old rice, so whatever you have left over from eating the night before, that is going to give you your best textured fried rice. And with all that water coming out of it, it just leaves lots of room to soak up the extra flavors and sauces that you are trying to add into it. So it gives you your best texture and your lovely, flavorful fried rice as well. I'm sure Robo has cooked Yes, thank you for letting him know. I'm sure that Robo is probably much more experienced cooking fried rice than I am. Um, I just haven't done it very much. I'm pretty sure I've seen it on his Instagram. So, if you want the real pro tips, he probably has them. Or you can watch me stumble through today, which I am glad you were here to do. So I am just peeling up this onion. I'm going to give it a rough chop. Get everything in place. And again, if you have another reason to have a sharp knife, if you are bothered by onion fumes, having a nice sharp knife will, if you want to get scientific, it'll pierce fewer of the membranes in the onion that have the gases in them that irritate your eyes. So having a sharp knife will help you not react so much when you are cutting an onion. Other tricks: do it fast. Faster is better. And if you really want to make it easy on yourself, you can stick them in the fridge or freezer for a few minutes. That'll help trap those gases in there so you're not releasing them into your eyes. Oh, yeah, exactly. Sharp knives, cold onions, speed. You can also use a grater if you don't have a knife, or even better for minimum tearing is use a grater, the grater plate of your food processor if you have a food processor. I'm starting to feel it because I'm talking instead of chopping and just sitting here over my onions. So I'm just going to try to get through the rest of these real quick. And of course, the other good tip is do not touch your eyes once you have gotten deep into the onions. And like I'm going to do in a couple minutes, the hot peppers. Those are not friends to your face. Just going to get another little bowl over here. Drop this all in there. Wash my hands. Then rub my eyes a little bit. And of course, yes, there was still raw chicken on this board, but I'm going to make sure that everything that touches this board gets fully cooked through, so we're not going to have to worry about any contamination, any microbes. This chicken is probably from a good source, but you don't want to tempt it. Whew, okay. Yeah, we're doing fine. We're sweating a little bit. Sometimes it's good to clear things out a little bit too. Hi, Terror. Welcome. I hope you hit your 50 goal. I think I was able to drop one in there. If people want to go support Terror Billie Jean, I hear good things. I haven't had a chance to catch her stream myself because I just followed her today. But another streamer is saying that she is great. She is playing super hard terror death level of Doom Eternal. Thank you for doing that shout out. Thank you for fixing those shout outs, Robo. You are the best. Oh my goodness. You can also catch Robo playing Wednesday night D&D at Featherfall TT on Twitch. He is a fun and amazing person and very helpful and a great friend. I appreciate him all the time. I could not do what you do. Very bad at shooter style games. I'd be dying all the time. I'd be flinging bullets into the ether and not into demons. Um, so yeah, I focus on when I'm playing games on here. I am playing RPGs because I have lots of time to figure out my positionings. I do not have those good reflexes. And of course, this garlic is going to take me a couple of minutes because it is the inside of the bulb, so it's all the smaller cloves. So I'm just going to have to get through and take all the skins off. If you have some good weight behind you, I just like to take the heel of my hand. Where I'm going to figure out where my cam is. Over here. Oh my goodness. Higher? I don't know where you are. I just like to take the heel of my hand and crunch it down. And then I can peel the skin right off. If you have a garlic press, you don't even need to skin it. You can just throw those whole right in your garlic press and not have to worry about it. There's all sorts of tools you can use, but as I was saying earlier, I have a bunch of mess and stuff shoved everywhere, cooking debris, and I do not want to. I ascribe to the Alton Brown cooking philosophy where you don't have single-purpose tools in the kitchen if you can help it, with the notable exception being a fire extinguisher is the one single-purpose tool you should have around. But that's it. If you don't want to shove your hand down it, you can also put your knife right on top and just give it a pop. That'll help you get the skin off too. And then I'll just run my knife through it all. My rice is also nice and garlicky because I cooked that up with a few fresh whole cloves that are still in there. And that'll just be nice because with this fresh garlic that I'm going to saute and then that other garlic that I boiled in with the rice, we'll just get a couple of different flavor profiles of our garlic. And that gives you depth of flavor, which is a lovely buzzword that a lot of professional chefs will throw around. Like if you've ever watched a cooking show, they will always be impressed by how much depth of flavor the chefs got in so little time. Yes, I wasn't sure how much of that sound was coming through. And I didn't know how it worked with this cutting board too, because it's not my usual one. So I'm glad it has a pleasant crunchy garlic sound. And I don't have to get it too small, because I am going to cook this down with the onions and get them nice and caramelized, kind of sweet with everything else. That's your pizza toppings. What?
That's for the Chicago one? Is that for the Chicago?
Yes, it's for the whatever pizza you want to put them on.
Is that fan too loud?
Is the fan too loud? I don't know. And so then the other... not on this cutting board right now. It's got chicken on it. I guess I did not do all the toppings he wanted. He wants some shishito peppers done. But then for my last couple ingredients, I got... those are shishitos. Those are lovely to roast and eat whole. They are just lightly spicy. They taste great. You can also wrap them in bacon and roast them off that way. This is a... I think it's like a bird pepper or something. I think it's Thai. It's not Indonesian because I couldn't find the Indonesian ones. But it'll be nicely spicy and give... I'm going to leave that in rounds. And again, don't touch your eyes after doing this one because you will not be a happy camper. So I got that one, and then I also got I got a big medley of chilies. And because all the pictures I saw had the red ones, I decided to get a red chili in there too. And I am not going to be afraid of too much spice in this because it is a whole mess of rice, and that rice will just take up all that spicy goodness. Um, but if you don't like super spicy, you can leave out the chilies. If you don't like really spicy, but you still want that flavor, you can just take out the ribs and seeds in there. That's where most of the heat in the pepper is. So if you just don't want it completely spicy, just strip it out, use just the flesh, and you'll get lovely chili flavor without all of the heat. And I'm going to dice those through. And if you're worried about your hand being garlicky, full of spiciness, if you're washing your knife, one good way to get the garlic smell and the chili heat off your fingers is to wash your hands along with your knife. Just because rubbing against the knife of the steel is something science that helps get those smelly compounds off of your fingers. So, still not going to touch my hands for a while until I wash my hands until not going to touch my face or eyes or anything until I've washed my hands about 1,000,000 times, but at least I don't have lots of garlic smell on myself right now. I don't remember when these go in. Oh, no, they all kind of go in together. So I can just use this same bowl. Convenient. So we got garlic, chili, onion, rice, our kikap manis, and I don't have shrimp paste, but I have anchovy paste, so we'll go ahead and use that. No, Robo! Jeez. So mean. That's Robo's payment for all the work that he's done for me. God, you're not even here, Teo. My goodness. Look, I can even do one-legged, although I need to make it a higher reward level to do the one-legged. That's half of them. You're just spending all your points. My goodness. See, I thought so. I think I just underestimated how quickly those points would. Whew. Don't need that. Yeah, I need to just throw on the big, huge point wasters. Mark is trying to chop his own peppers over there. He's doing an okay job. He just likes to use shitty knives. And even this not sharp knife is less shitty than the ones he uses. Come on. Yes, I did show the pizza off. While he was gaming over there, I was displaying your work. Okay. I think I'm officially done with this, and now I'm ready to slice peppers for Mark, but he already did it himself, so I guess I don't have to. So I can move that out of the way. Cool, we have not had a chance to start watching that show yet. It looks fun. It's got a lot of amazing voice actors. Sandra Oh, I believe, is in there. I think Glenn from Walking Dead. Stephen Yeun. Haven't read any of the comics. But it looks fun. Britta from Community. or Britta Filter, the drag queen. That's Gillian Jacobs. I know names. I can do this. Okay, so got some oil hanging out. I used that oil to fry some plantains earlier, but why let it go to waste, right? Okay. Let that heat up and get ready for some sizzle. Jupiter Ascending. I don't know that one either. Where's Wet Lid? Mark needs to shake his cheese. He's going to be making pizza in the background. I think I still owe Teo Flex, but he looked away, so we have confirmation that Jupiter Ascending is awesome, so maybe we'll have to watch that too. I pulled that out for pizza. Oh my goodness. Apparently the open can of pasta sauce was not up to Mark's standards. He needs his certain kind. We can't make our own until we go to the farmer's market and buy a bunch of tomatoes. That can be another stream, though. Okay, we've got our oil heated. We are adding our aromatics, which is just a fancy way to say our chili, onion, and garlic. And of course, they're just called aromatics because they smell good. If you're in French cooking, that would be your onion, celery, and carrots are your aromatics. If you're doing Italian, I think they sub out the celery for bell pepper. If you're me, you usually just use both, plus the garlic, because why limit yourself? I love to throw fennel in there too, because fennel also smells lovely and amazing. That just needs to cook up for a couple of minutes to get soft. We're softening it. We don't want to do a long time high heat caramelization because that brings out a lot more sweetness, and that's not exactly what we're going for. We're putting our sweet in with our sauce. And then once that's cooked, I'm going to throw in all my chicken to cook up, and then everything that touched that board will be completely cooked, and we don't have to worry about salmonella. And no matter what you might have seen in memes, salmonella is in chicken. It's nothing to do with salmon. And do not undercook your chicken. It should be cooked all the way through. No underdone chicken, please. So drain this off a little bit because as it continued to defrost, we just got a little more chicken juice.
You didn't get the fennel one.
That is the fennel one.
Oh, there it is.
It says fennel right on there.
Did you want this on the
He accuses me of having a low perception check sometimes, but
They changed the package.
I did find the fennel
They changed the
salami. I had to do a lot of close searching for that because it was not obvious. Jupiter's Legacy. Oh, okay. What service is that on? Because we will definitely check that out. Oh, if you want to check out a lot of me making a lot of recipes, please check my YouTube. You can also just search YouTube, it's good enough to eat, and you will find recipes there. I've been streaming every week since December, and before that I had 8 or 10 or something videos of a different format of other things. Yeah, and please, if you follow me on Twitter, I will announce my streams as they're coming up, and I am always open to getting suggestions for things to make on stream. This Nasi Goreng was the suggestion of Skyfry, my friend in Indonesia, who is a streamer of mostly horror games lately. Mm. Check my last week's stream if you want to know how to make a delicious vodka and tonic. Okay. If you point your smelloscope this way, you will smell some lovely aromas over here. We kept our chicken in fairly large pieces, but they are thinly sliced, so they won't take a whole lot of time to cook through. And of course, we've got our delicious onion and garlic smells going on as well. Cool, Netflix. Oh, best part of making pizza is the bonus. Those packs have just enough for one pizza plus a couple pieces, so good snacking. What was I saying? Oh, chef tip. I probably said it before, but it's worth saying again and again and again. Do not throw just like the microwave, you're not going to want to use full power for most of the stuff on your stove. And I learned this the hard way over many years of overcooking, searing, burning things. Yay, go cook some delicious foods for yourself. Thank you for being here, Billie Jean. But yeah, so I have this on like 2 notches down from high because I do want to get some color on my chicken, but I don't want to burn it or overdo it at all. So don't cook things on maximum heat unless you're boiling water, because you can't burn water, and unless you're trying to cook like a steak where you need a really good sear on that, but I just let him do those on the grill outside most of the time. There's that pizza ready to go in the oven. It's lovely and deep dishy. And he forgot to put the spicy chili paste on. It's fine, just put it on the second one. It'll be good. Good enough to eat. I mean, it's a really good mantra. Boop. Losing my utensils over here. Okay, so our chicken is mostly cooked through. I think I'm going to go a little off script and add some pepper. Don't tell anyone. They'll be fine. And I'm going to add some of my sweet soy reduction sauce over here. I'm going to save a little bit to add to the rice. And it tastes like soy. That's sweet. It's good. I think I have all my recipes up there except for last week's, the chocolate shortbread. I've been slacking on that one because there's like 4 different sauces that we're going with. Mark's gonna get me kicked off, flashing butt over here. Don't do it on purpose, my goodness. What are you typing? What are you doing? Oh, why didn't you type something? Where's my mod to censor that? That's a thing you can do, right? See, but we're not displaying anything. I am getting hungry. Okay, and now I get to add my rice. I could measure it, but that is too much effort. Just gonna throw. I don't think I need all of it, but no, I'm not gonna do anything else with it. So let's just throw it all in there. Worst case, I will just need a little bit of extra seasoning, extra sauce to go on there. It is not going to mess with my recipe in any other way. And I will also add the rest of this sauce, which does not look like enough. I didn't think it looked like enough in the first place, so I might make some more. Throw that in there. And just stir that up until that sauce coats all the rice. We are just kind of rehydrating the water that we let dry out of it in the fridge overnight with our sweet soy sauce. Oh, and then cannot forget our last ingredient, which is our, it's anchovy paste. The recipe calls for shrimp paste, but I think we will get away with it. And this has always been hard to squeeze out, so I'm going to let it squirt out the back. Yeah, it's fine. Just toss this. And I always block my way to the trash can, so I gotta walk around for it. Of course, I have to wash off the counter now, but whatever. When can't a counter use a little bit of cleaning? There we go. It's one chore down that I won't have to do later. Getting some lovely sticky bits on my rice as it caramelizes on the bottom of the wok. And of course, before you pronounce anything done, remember to taste it. Make sure it's seasoned well enough, because we did throw a bunch of... To be fair, the rice was seasoned, so we're not too worried there, but the chicken didn't have anything on it, except for the Nasi Goreng, or except for the sauce name I keep forgetting, the Kikap Manis. Didn't even have salt. Didn't have any salt on the vegetables we threw in. So far we're relying on the salt in that sauce and that I put in the rice before. So, gonna make sure to give it a taste. See if it needs something else. Right, I mean, half the reason to do a stream is I'm doing all of this anyway. I might as well teach some people some things as we do it. Plus, I've always known that some of those people with cooking shows don't really know what they're doing. So I always kind of entertained the idea that I could do a corrections show. like certain people who just did bad stuff to food, and I don't know why. And I mean, this is just so simple and easy. Hi, Bo. Welcome in. Can we get a shout out for Bo, please? Robo was the amazing moderator guru person, and he got that fixed. Bo streams a bunch of Final Fantasy, and please encourage him to do some banjo playing on camera because I would love to see that. I am very impressed with people who kept up their musical talents. I have not played any of my instruments since college, so a lot of years. And we are cooling this off to take a taste. It's really worth making the rice ahead. Like, don't try to do this with fresh rice, because that would not taste as good as it does. It's pretty good. And there's heat in there, but it's not overwhelming. It's sweet and spicy. It hits all sorts of flavor notes. I'm going to say that's good enough. So as I read serving suggestions, they say that a fried egg on top is nice. I am bad at frying eggs, and that's another reason Mark won't eat fried rice, even though it doesn't have eggs in it. He's not going to eat it because he associates fried rice with things that have eggs in them, and he doesn't like eating eggs. So I'm not going to do eggs. It's got plenty of protein from the brown rice and from the chicken. Yeah, and I mean, if you want to do a fried egg, just throw some butter in a pan, crack an egg right in, cook it on low medium until it's all the way done through. Leave the yolk as runny as you like. Try to keep it at least a little runny because that egg yolk will run into your rice and just give it a little extra unctuousness, if we want to pull out some more terms like that. I also say top it with tomatoes and cucumbers. And I do have tomatoes. And I do have some fresh cilantro, which I love. So I'm going to throw some of that on there too and serve myself up some. And oddly enough, we can actually end the stream with a plate of food. It's my rice pot from last night that I haven't had a chance to wash yet. And here we go. Did not need any extra seasoning. Make sure to get yourself some of the crispy bits of rice from the bottom. Got some tomatoes. These will be a nice fresh pop on top. And again, don't hold your tomatoes in your hands and slice towards your face. That is not a good idea. Do as I say, not as I do. Like a good adult. And then I'm just going to tear off some fresh cilantro leaves. And yeah, it's more cilantro than rice, but I love it. And it's good for you. Cilantro is really good for you. If you don't like cilantro, you can use parsley. You can just leave it off. You can use spring onions. Those are also nice and good and thematic. They fit the theme. But there we go. That is a lovely dinner. And I hope you all have the chance to try it. Go make your rice tonight, and you can do it tomorrow. Super simple. Not a ton of ingredients, nothing exotic that you can't make up some other way, except for maybe the shrimp paste. Again, I used the anchovy paste because that's what I had. Let's turn that off. Um, you could also just use fish sauce if you have fish sauce in the fridge for those things. And of course, be careful because it's very strong. Or just leave it out if you don't like it. But flavorful rice, flavorful sauce makes some lovely Indonesian fried rice nasi goreng. And yeah, I'm gonna dig in and save pizza leftovers for tomorrow's several meals. Cool. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I can actually do this. Goodness. I made that happen because I left off a basic webcam view before. Um, uh, yeah, and I always lose track when I'm signing off. But thank you again for coming in. Thank you for all the new viewers. It was lovely to see you again. Follow Bo. Follow Robo at Featherfall. Follow Billie Jean to see some awesome Doom play in action. And thank you for tuning in. I will be back on Sunday for some board games with Mark. Uh, should be something fun and exciting. And whatever you make, I'm sure it'll be good enough to eat. Thanks, everyone. See you next time.